Number 1, getting a good clock and setting it up. For the clock, I would recommend obviously the Qi clock. And if you want to set it up, I would recommend the video in the description below. Number 2, keep the same pin order every solve. The pin order I use, you don't really need to know, but for this I use DL, UL, UR, and then UL, DR. And for corners, I do this down, and then DL down, and then UR down, and DR down. The reason why you want to do this is because you will not even have to think about doing the pin orders, therefore making the solve much faster. Number 3, skipping steps. So here is an example of a skip when you have these two edges matching. Then I would match this with the top edge. And instead of doing that, because this one is solved, I can skip this pin and then go for the... Here's another skip, this matching. Instead of, for starting solve, if I were to start to do this, then I would skip this completely and just go straight into the next one. Another skip that is quite rare is this, where you have this edge and center is solved. So what I do is that I would skip into this pair immediately. So I just skip these two pairs and just... yeah. Number 4, choosing the best orientation. So for this one, there's a skip here, but if I do it from this orientation, this doesn't match anymore. So what I want to do is that because I noticed this, I can do that and just go straight into the spin, just for a massive skip over here, and then go straight into the last one. Here's another example. So we have this solved with the center. So if I do this will break up. So what I can do instead is to face over here and skip the spin and go straight to this one. The reason why I want to do that is because obviously DL is very hard to do, which means you can choose the orientation that works best for you. Number 5, predicting moves. If you're not good at this yet, I would just recommend knowing the first move for the back. Since this will not move at all, I would say -5. So I would do this 5. So let's do that now. And -5. Here's another example. So we have this massive skip over here. I can just match this, but I will look at this first and know we're gonna have to do 6 because this will not be affected at all. So let's do that. 6. And finally, but not the least, have high TPS. So you can have a skip like this, but it doesn't matter if you solve like this. Okay, you get the point. Even though you don't get like a skip or what in anything here, you can still get a good solve by just doing a high TPS solve. What also makes TPS hard in clock is that you have to turn very accurately. So example, I want to do 3 over here, but then like I just accidentally miss a line like that. So I have to do that and it will waste so much time over there. So what I recommend to increase your TPS and accuracy is to do this drill. So you put one pin up and all the pins down, and then you turn the dial with the up pin, and then it turns slowly like that. So for 1, if you got used to it, you do -1 now. And then you just continue to 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the negatives 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And once you get used to that, you can move to the other dials and do the same thing. Alright, that's it. Thank you for watching.